My Hero Academia Your Next is directed by Tensai Okamura and is the fourth installment in the My Hero Academia franchise. Deku, Bakugo, Todoroki, and the rest of the UA High Class 1A must face off against Dark Might and the evil crime organization under his control, the Golini family. As I watch this show and its films, I tend to notice certain powers and tropes and plot points that the shows and seasons would lead to get from one point to another, and at times it can be very unique, very fun, and sometimes it can be a bit repetitive, mostly in the case of season 5, which I felt like was probably the weakest season of My Hero Academia in my opinion. And I felt the same way watching this film. Enjoyable, a lot of fun, really cool action bits. I really love the characters and their reactions to the world around them, this superhero world, and them training together and getting to befriend one another and getting to know the villains. The movie just went on like a typical My Hero Academia film. It did not really do much for me to push these characters forward. It seemed like Deku and the rest of Class 1A from the beginning of the film ended off the same way as they did at the end. They did not really go through much development, really. They just had to solve the problem, and they solved it. It did not really feel like they explored something new about themselves or something that can push them forward. With the previous films, it felt like that. But here, it just felt like the characters, our main characters, Deku, Bakugo, Todoroki, Uraraka, all these guys just did not have that much to do for the story. Mostly focused on this butler character and this girl that he is trying to kill, but also at the same way protect, because she has this quirk that is slowly itching away at her soul and mind, and she wants it to stop, but now she's used as a pawn by this evil All Might who wants to use his quirk to be able to look like All Might and make sure that he has control of the world, that everyone loves him. I just felt like also with the villain character, he needed a little bit more to do. And I just feel like despite him feeling bombastic and over exaggerative, and I like the concept of having an evil Dark Might, it did not really feel like the filmmakers used this character to its full advantage. I think he could have done so much with the character if he was given more time against Deku and have a few more conversations between these characters to build up to that confrontation, because this whole film legitimately happens within one day and that's it. I feel like if this movie spread its timeline out within a few days, could have done something a little bit more interesting. But that is not to say that the characters aren't still fun. Deku is still really fun to watch along with his friends from Class 1A. I think even some of the smaller characters that don't get much to do in the movies get a lot of time to shine here. I still think the action is really exciting, really well animated, and a whole lot of fun, especially in the final act. It does a lot of crazy stuff and had a really nice emotional payoff with his butler character that we explore throughout the entire film. And his storyline with this girl that he's trying to protect, I thought was really well done and really well fleshed out, especially with a really good voice performance from the actor of this character in the middle of the film, where he's just pouring his soul out to Deku and how much pain and burden he's carrying with him. I thought that was all really well done, and is probably my favorite part in the entire film. But all in all, I have to say that this is still probably my least favorite film in the My Hero Academia film stuff, and I think that it just took a few little chances, really. I just feel like it just went by the motions. It had good characters, good action. I just don't see myself rewatching this one as much as I do the previous three. I legitimately think the previous three are really great. I know some people aren't fans of the third, but I still really like that. This one, I could probably put it on the background and enjoy it. It keeps my attention. It's not bad at all. But out of all the My Hero Academia films, this is the one that I feel like I'm going to go back to the least. And so for that, I'm going to give My Hero Academia Your Next a B. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys next time.